Coast Weather Authority. Update your home by getting it washed.
So you're the
by locally owned
designated
and operated
football,
Ultra Wash. They
ESPN
also wash
watcher, right?
concrete
Yeah, I watch.
decks, patios,
Okay,
pool
so
areas,
it's
and more.
Breaking
Don't
news,
just get your
folks.
home washed. Get it Ultra Wash. UltraWashMobile.com. Whether you're in
Just
search
letting
of
you
a
know
that we
drive
just went
or
live.
There we go. We're on there.
you want to run down the best car spots in the area, Mike and Stu
I
have
know,
the
man.
answer.
I'm looking at
With
it.
a combined
I
half-century
got it right here,
history,
man.
they
Punch
bring
the
a
button.
wealth of experience to bring you the latest trends, expert opinions, and
Oh,
interviews
my
with people
earphones
who
are going
know.
out.
They are the dynamic duo of
Just
Are
dining.
they earphones or headphones?
It's a wine and food show, Stu.
They're going
It's
back
a
and
food
forth.
wine show, trust me. Look right here, it's sip and chew. It's wine
Quit
and
moving
food.
your head.
Because chew rhymes with stew. That's the only reason. Glorified, fry cook, grape killer.
Now it's time to sip and chew with Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
Out of me. There we go. There we go.
Good morning. You're listening to or watching on Facebook. Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu. Mike's going to stare at ESPN for a while till he knows
He's our
Yes, I'm the
designated-
official
where
CFP.
Alabama is ranked, where Georgia is ranked. I'm going to
designated.
say this about yesterday's game that I watched one play of while walking through the dining room for a second. That is the most Nick Saban thing that Nick Saban has ever done.
It keeps getting better and better. But, yeah, I'm the official CFP watchdog here at the station.
And
Looking at-
there's no mystery. It's just
Yeah.
what order it's in.
It's what
And
order
my
it's in,
prediction
yeah.
was if they put Michigan number one, they are trying to rig the national championship so that Alabama and Georgia have to play each other in the first round to avoid an all SEC championship.
I
So
guess.
It should be Alabama 1, Georgia 3, Georgia 2, Cincinnati 3, Michigan 4.
There you
So
go.
what will it
Michigan
be?
backed in by playing in one of the worst conferences in the country.
New Year's Eve, will it be 1 versus 3 and 2 versus 4 or something?
2 and 3
like
play
that?
each other, 1 and 4 play each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So they want if they put Alabama 2 and 3, that's good. They're trying to eliminate one of them.
They need to hurry up and get the new playoff system going, so where you got more teams.
We have another playoff system.
There, it's either,
They're
I
just
think they're
expanding
going
it
to
to 12 games.
yeah, 12,
12
teams.
teams.
Yeah.
All conference champions automatically get in,
Mm-hmm.
even the Power Fives. or
But
the
they're
Group of
taking
Five.
steps.
I
They know
think
they're
there
finally
should be
taking.
a 2-tier. Big schools, little schools.
That's
Sorry.
that's what we're moving towards. That's what
Mm-hmm.
the commissioner of the SEC and the Big 12 they're trying to do while they're building these conferences. They want to get away from the NCAA completely because they have shown during the COVID thing they hadn't got a clue what they're doing in Indianapolis. It's just a corrupt organization. The Supreme Court just dropped the hammer on the NCAA last year, and in their closing decision told them, we hope you bring more lawsuits to us because we've been waiting to get a hold of this organization for decades.
Politics and sports shouldn't mix at all. Period. At all.
Well, not taking anything away from Cincinnati, but
Right.
if they had to play 6 SEC teams in one
Right.
season, they would disappear.
They played a better schedule than Michigan did.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Michigan had a
True
one-team
that.
schedule, and that one team turned out to be highly overrated again.
Again.
Buckeyes.
Yeah, Michigan would have been
is that
6 and
list
6,
up
7
there?
and 5 in the
What is
SEC.
Yeah, they're teasing us right now, Charlie. They're just
Oh yeah, they got to get. Dude, they're not going to show you anything for the commercial break, probably.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
But food is also a thing.
it's a big thing with
It was
us.
a happening weekend.
It was.
I know my favorite country group was at the Sanger last night, home
Mm-hmm.
free. They did not come by Greer's Market to hang out with me.
Doggone.
How was the crowd? I'd forgotten they were going to be there because that's one of my
There was a
favorite
lot.
groups.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on last night. They had the weirdest day. As soon as we opened, we had a 12 top walk in the door. 4 moms brought a bunch of kids with them. Great families. Knew how to place an order. Everybody look at the menu, figure out what you want. Tell mom what you want. Mom will go up and order. It was wonderful. It was a great family. Right before closing time, we had a 15 top walk in that had come from a recital down the street. In between, hardly anything. We started the day off
Stiff.
with a big table, ended the day with a big table, and then it was a smattering in between there.
Yeah.
And that is customary with games. I was watching on Facebook, one of our local restaurants, they decided to close for the Iron Bowl this year because last year they opened and they got nothing.
Yeah.
So they decided, well, we'll open for the SEC championship game, and they're apologizing to people. I'm sorry, we're just going to close. No one's coming in. Folks, you shouldn't be open. Go ahead, take the day off. And this is a message to all those people out there that go, some people don't like college football. I understand that. Go watch a movie. Don't go to a store and make people who would rather be watching this game have to go to a job where you're going to be the only person they see for 4 hours. Watch a movie. Watch a movie. I didn't care because my team wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Not that it mattered. I hadn't hardly seen any football this year. But other than replays, I mean, I get home and I hit YouTube and I watch the highlights and
Yeah.
stuff.
Can I, or I can hold off on this, but
You can
I
go
really
ahead.
like to get a plug-in for a local restaurant.
Go for it.
And we had been planning on going there for months, and finally, 2 days ago, we went to what I call two Mobile traditions combining into one.
Colonel Dixie.
And Richie's Barbecue, and that's, if you don't know, it's on Highway 90 where the old Applebee's used to be in front of that now defunct movie complex.
Yeah.
And we both got the Dixie dog all the way, but we forgot to ask for the slaw, so that was the only thing missing, but that was so good. She got fries and I got potato salad, which was good too. Plenty of tables, the waitresses were friendly and prompt.
Did they have Sutter Home White Zinfandel?
I didn't ask.
Probably did.
I think I had unsweetened tea.
Yeah.
But they also had an arcade for the kids with some sit down in racing games.
As long as they don't do
and stuff like that.
karaoke. As long as they
Exactly.
Because a long time ago, I remember
that
Applebee's
should
used to
pull
do
your business license.
Applebee's used to do karaoke a long time
No,
ago.
this
Thank
has,
God.
the only thing, it's still the same setup as the Applebee table arrangements were.
Now,
But
Charlie,
plenty of seating and good food.
Charlie,
And it
when
was
when
not
they had
expensive.
Richie's in the original Colonel Dixie building there on Highway 90, right there by Demetropolis, that was some doggone good barbecue back
Yes,
then.
it was. We used to go there a lot.
I'd pull in there almost every day and get me a pulled pork sandwich, and it was
Well, you
delicious.
know,
University
sauce,
of Government, wasn't it?
The Richie sauce has been for sale at the Greer's
Yeah.
in Bellefontaine for years.
Mhm.
Only place that I know of that carries it. I'll tell you, you bring up the Colonel Dixie going on here.
I bet they sell it there at
Well, yeah, I'm sure
Colonel.
they sell it at Colonel Dixie too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sims is an up and coming community
it seems to be.
because we're about to get a Colonel Dixie
Well, all right.
where the church is. Well, I'm telling you right now, that church is open, I don't know, 90, 91, something like that. After I graduated high school, we had Burger King back then. I was
Yeah.
at that corner. And it was like six, then they were there all those years. Popeyes opened up, and within hours, that churches was vacant,
Yeah.
empty, out of business. It's like they saw Popeyes coming and knew they weren't going to survive, just said, never mind, we're done.
Yeah.
In the lease. And it's been vacant ever since Popeyes opened. And my opinion on the whole fast food fried chicken wars is churches is fine if there's nothing else.
Yeah.
I don't eat if KFC is my only option. I'm just not having fried chicken. Churches is fine,
My favorite's Popeyes.
but if there's a Popeyes, there's no point in go. Popeyes has different
Popeyes.
spices and flavors, even in the not spicy.
Yeah.
They use one spice at churches, and that's salt. And that's the only thing in the batter. It's the only thing on the chicken. It's salt.
Now,
Which
if we
is
can
okay.
just find a place where they can get the orders straight.
Man, you can hang that up.
You know, when,
You know, it's real easy when you order properly. I'll have a number one, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but when you go, instead of, and
Still
that's
check
not
your
ordering
bag.
properly,
Still
especially
check
at
your
fast food.
bags.
Yeah.
Still check your bags.
I
Yeah.
always check my
It is
bags
an
for it.
epidemic of people that can't read, apparently.
Well, you know, you say so. You're saying it's going to be a Colonel Dixie, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
all the sign up there.
You know, David's Catfish House.
I'm familiar.
It's got has a fast food place now in Daphne,
Yeah,
and it's right as you get off the interstate, go down 98 south.
Yeah.
It's on the right hand side. Forget. I think it used to be a Taco. No, Taco Bell.
it was.
empty.
Yeah, no, there was a Taco Bell.
Oh,
and that
it was
terrible.
Crystal. It was Crystal.
Was it the Crystal?
Yeah, it was
I thought
Crystal.
it was that Lost Tacos or whatever that thing was that was just bland as could be. Their ground beef was seasoned with ground beef.
I think it's the same building, yeah.
Their salsa was seasoned with just tomatoes.
Yeah, but this is
Horrible.
Davis
horrible.
catfish to go, boy. You just get in the drive up and you got it. Some Davis catfish.
Usually we're already at the end of the first break. First segment. We're already
really?
there.
And
They
then-
still hadn't
and then-
announced who the first
No,
They're not
player is.
going
they
to.
gotta
They-
wait through the commercial breaks on ESPN
Dude,
before
they don't make any money off of showing you where people go.
They gotta put
make
all
money
these-
off that. They're in the same business that you and I are, to sell advertising.
There you go.
3430106
It's the Callahans Social Irish Club.
Social
Tex-
Irish Club.
Irish
It's
Social
the
Club.
Club Social Irish.
And if
hotline.
you wanna
And
be a
it's-
sponsor on this show, I'm sure we can make way for you.
Have a
Absolutely.
simpler name.
And pronounce your name right.
Mike can handle it.
Oh, every time I smile, in my top of my head where they cut that cancer on purpose.
I'm sure.
It is. Everyone that's been there said it is just horrible.
What's that? Bozos. Monday night.
Warwick with Mobile
Right,
Mornings.
those
This Monday morning
catfish
around
would be
8:45,
delicious.
I'll be talking with Brian Comer of Tobias
It-
McCormick
it-
and Comer
it's
Law
hard to
Firm
get. We're
at
out for the
Holiday
night.
Driving. For some
There's
more
people
holiday
come in
tips,
fighting
check
mad
out
when we don't have catfish, and I'm like,
TMClawyers.com. That's
we're
Brian
not a
Comer this Monday
catfish
morning at
restaurant. We're a
8:45.
grocery store.
But
If you want to
catfish is-
guarantee that you get fried catfish every day, go to a catfish place.
Everybody with more than 10 acres of land in Mississippi's got a catfish pond.
Yeah. You know, it's the upset. And guess what happens when we don't have catfish? All four entrees get eaten at the same level.
Wow.
I'm just on it. We don't cook anymore for that thing. They want it fresh cooked for them too.
For $35 each a month when you buy both with a
So
2-year
around the
price
corner,
guarantee.
$13
So
you
give your
can get 2
business
pieces of
the
fish
gift
fries and
savings
slaw.
today. Comcast
I don't want
Business,
to pay that much
powering
to eat that
possibilities.
catfish.
Offer ends 1/2/22.
You're a matter of fact,
Restrictions
ain't you?
apply.
Yeah.
Comcast
Oh, I
Business,
do it,
35
Jeff.
megabits per second internet.
And I
Not
just
voice
said,
and
you
bills
know,
for customers only. Early
it started
termination
because it's so
requires
hard to
Eco
get.
Bill and autopay.
You
Equipment,
can't cook
taxes,
another
and fees extra
batch
and subject
until
to
that
change.
hatch
Call or
runs
go
out.
For
online
real.
for details.
At
Because,
Southern
dude,
Cancer Center, we
people will
specialize
come in and they'll
one
go,
type
how long
of
is that
cancer,
catfish been there?
yours.
5
Let our
minutes?
team of experts
When you got
build
some
your
fresh
plan
coming
from
out.
the start and customize
No.
a treatment
What was
plan
that, Charlie?
specific to you. Learn more about our practice at southerncancercenter.com.
Would you like to become an
No,
ambassador for
it's
Laws?
got a red
Go to
line.
laws.com, click on Education and Outreach, then Citizens
We got a caller
to find out how
today.
to help educate
Do we?
others about the
Oh,
water
no.
systems we
Okay.
depend on every
Oh,
day.
yes, I
and
think
how
so.
Laws is
I
needed.
got Facebook.
Sports Report in the
He
Eastern
apparently
Shore
don't like
Toyota
that.
Hyundai Studios as we talk high school sports 52 weeks out of the year. We will give you all the high school scores on the Cook Creek School Board and talk to coaches, players, and officials and continue to build them up and not being a part of tearing them down. That's Saturday mornings from 8 to 10. And remember, an encore presentation on Sunday night from 9 to 11 p.m. right here on FM Talk 106.5.
I'll do this.
Last spot.
In 2021,
Mark was saying,
all
that's
the
that's
fixtures
on
are stuck in
Facebook, his wife's
containers.
having a
This
baby.
year, let's give our local businesses our support.
Buy
have
local
so
from
much
Plain
respect.
Eats, Spring Hill
I'll
Ace
talk
Hardware,
about
and
it.
Cammy's
Okay,
Old Dutch
people
Ice Cream Shop.
I see them on Creek Channel all the time.
To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Hey, Mike and Stu, that would be us. You got a
Hey,
birthday wish we need to make.
We have a very important birthday
Huge
wish.
birthday, huge.
Yes, we're going to say shout out and happy birthday to Roy Sewer over at Butch Cassidy's Cafe. Today is his birthday,
Yeah.
and I don't know how many decades old he is, but he don't look like day over.
He looks younger than us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He doesn't he just lets it roll off his back. So he's
Yeah.
good at that. But I can always remember his birthday because it's the same day as my mom's birthday.
There you go.
So it's always easy to remember. So.
Well, I am reporting some breaking news here. This was posted an hour ago on Facebook. Celebrity chef Marcus Samuelson. A lot of you, if you've watched Tournament of Champions on Food Network, MasterChef, he's been on a lot of these shows. He and his wife Maya have just was born in Ethiopia, And yeah, he's got a remarkable story. He was born in Ethiopia amidst revolution and war going on. Ended up being rescued and taken to the Swedish embassy there in Ethiopia, where he and his siblings were then adopted by a family, and he went to live in Sweden and grew up there.
Sweden.
So he has, and now, he has three remarkable restaurants in New York now. And he's got a background like no other person. He grew up the first, I think, 8 years in Ethiopia, eating Ethiopian food. And then all of his formative years were in a European nation that's not really on the top 10 list of places you go, even though it's a phenomenal country. It's so far up there.
Yeah.
You're on the Arctic Circle. He went from Ethiopia to the Arctic Circle. And now he has the restaurants in New York. Aquavit was groundbreaking. Red Rooster is seminal in the modernization of the Harlem neighborhood in New York. He took a Michelin 3-star style restaurant and stuck it in Harlem, and now Harlem is this beautiful growing community in New York. And I just want to congratulate him and his wife and their son Zion, who's about to be a big brother. That is just wonderful news. I have a lot of respect for Marcus Samuelson. And a dapper dresser. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Not afraid of color. Great stuff. But congratulations, Chef Samuelson.
Absolutely. I see him on the Create channel.
Yeah. Because that's the only of that fancy stuff you see. You don't do no YouTubing. He does the YouTube.
Well, yeah, but I can't stay on my phone all the time.
You don't have YouTube on your TV?
No, I don't have cable.
Is it like your phone is from 1972?
No, I don't have cable.
I don't have cable either.
I'm never at home.
I don't have cable. I have YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. On my TV.
I don't do that.
Dude, I probably stream 12 hours a day of YouTube. Because it's just always, because you know how it goes from one to the next. So I'm like, oh, wow. And like last night was about a 35-minute documentary I found about the earthquake in New Madrid, Missouri in 1811. I don't know if you're familiar with this.
Charlie, you remember that?
No.
Mike was napping. It was the center of it was New Madrid, Missouri, which is right where Tennessee and Missouri and Arkansas all come together on the Mississippi River. It was felt in New York City, 2,500 miles away. Charleston had
Can't believe
buildings
Charlie don't
destroyed.
remember that.
Yeah, but it is this earthquake was the biggest in U.S. history since humans have been here. California, not. That's what's shocking is where it was. That it actually made the Mississippi River run backwards. A big fault opened up, and instead of it going downstream, it rushed backwards to fill up the fault line. And I've been fascinated with that earthquake for years. It was prophesied that it was going to happen by Tecumseh's brother. He predicted that there was going to be a lunar eclipse, I believe it was, and then the Mississippi River would flow backwards, and it happened like a week later. So it's just been a fascinating thing. Well, I doze off. I wake up, and I'm watching a documentary on Queen Victoria's Christmas feast. Had 110 items on the menu.
Wow.
So that's why I do so much streaming. Is it's that educational stuff's always flowing in the background. So it's like, or football, football they're going, or some bands like the Home Free.
Yeah.
Who were at the Sanger Theater last night. I wish I could have attended it. They are, like Charlie says, both of us, we love the group.
And the thing of it is, they just look like a group of guys that just got together and discovered they could harmonize.
Oh boy, can they! Well, it's
and a lot of
interesting.
it's a cappella.
It's all a cappella. Well, they have added in an instrument or two. They did a cover of "Born in the USA" by Bruce Springsteen, and Adam Chance, the baritone, actually plays guitar on it. And that's it. It's just acoustic guitar plus the harmonies and the beatbox from Adam Rupp.
And I love "Children Go Where I Send Thee" with Kenny Rogers.
That is terrific.
And then they did another piece with ZZ Top, but I can't the song.
I haven't seen that.
Well, you know, this has been a big. Last night was a big night for music
In Mobile.
Well, even at the Coliseum over in
Biloxi?
Biloxi, they had the Chris Stapleton All American Show.
Oh, now see, there's a country act that actually still does country music.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to the largest country. 45 minutes, I swear, they played the same song for 45 minutes. Turns out it was just a bunch of these cookie cutter stadium country artists that do the bro country and all of that. And that's why it all sounds the same.
It's not
And all their
country.
voices are the same
It's all
because
that
none of them
hip-hop.
can sing like Dirk Bentley, who has to use
And they really want to be rock
has to
and roll
use
singer.
electronics to stay in key.
Yeah.
And it was just terrible.
That's
And then
hip hop country.
but then a great song came on. I don't know who it was or what it was. Fantastic, but it wasn't a country song.
Oh, okay.
It was R&B, but they
I
were
like
a country
R&B.
artist, so they played it. So.
Yeah.
Hey, some of the best country music was recorded years ago,
Mm-hmm.
not current.
Mhm.
Yeah. Unless it's home free, ain't that right, Charlie?
That's right.
I have said that if you are a modern country artist, you haven't achieved any success until Home Free covers one of your songs. Blake Shelton
Not
was just
even-
a fledgling musician until
Not even
they
if they
covered
play it.
Hillbilly Bone.
What? Not even if they play it in a grocery store or in the elevator.
Yeah, let me tell you right now.
They're playing Kiss songs on
Let me tell you
elevator.
right now, that was the biggest shock when I moved to Nashville.
Yeah.
Every grocery store, every elevator, just country music. There was
Well,
no
it should
elevator
be.
music in Nashville. You're absolutely right. It was just because you
probably
get
work
used to
in
hearing
Mobile.
Muzak. You know, you go in the mall in
Yeah.
the '80s, it's Muzak and all that. And which, oddly enough, Supertramp on Muzak sounds like Supertramp without vocals.
Huh. Well, I tell you, when I remember when Fresh Market first opened,
The
they
Fresh
played the Fresh Market.
Yeah, that's actually in the title.
All they played was classical music,
And that's beautiful.
and I loved it. It
Yeah.
was appropriate for their shopping
Yeah.
environment.
Ours kind of changes from day to day at Greer's. My favorite days are whatever channel it is that they put it on, where you get about 7 or 8 John Denver songs during the day. I absolutely love his music. It is fantastic. He was a tremendous song.
Does it make it almost heaven in there?
Sometimes.
God.
One last thing about Home Free, they also do a lot of religious songs too.
Right. Their Christmas stuff is great. There was one where they were in Europe touring, and they filmed it kind of like in the Alps where the Sound of Music was done.
Yeah.
How great thou art, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Just
Now I'm
incredible.
gonna tell you, great Christmas song album,
Mhm.
Teddy Swims. Now he's an odd character. Teddy Swims is, but his voice is soulful. You wouldn't know it's a white guy singing. He is.
Blue-eyed soul.
He has got such a real deep, soulful taste of style in his music.
Just
And
send
when
your
he
emails
does,
to the station. So
when he does Christmas songs, the Christmas songs are just gorgeous. He does them with a lot of soul, just out of his heart.
well,
And
you know the song.
now he's
The
an odd-looking
Christmas song,
character.
right? The chipmunks roasting on an open fire.
Mhm.
That one.
Yeah, Alvin.
That was written by Mel Torme when he was 18 years old, or co-written. There was
Really?
another writer on it. I bought this Bing Crosby CD for $1 at a store one time, and it was a live Christmas show he did on radio. Charlie, you remember those days?
Oh yeah.
And he introduced that song. So not only did Bing Crosby introduce the world to White Christmas, he introduced them to the Christmas song on a radio special. And he said, this next tune is brand new. It's come from a couple of teenage songsters here in Hollywood named such and such and Mel Torme.
Huh.
And I was like, well, and boy, Bing Crosby doing that.
Who
Johnny
was the
Mathison got
Chipmunks?
Jack on that.
Theodore, Alvin, and I forgot the other.
Simon.
Simon. How could I forget?
And Dave.
Simon.
Don't forget Dave.
No,
The
Alan.
honorary chick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We got a break.
Yeah, 3430106. You want to get in on the conversation, but I know everybody's watching this football thing up here. It's basketball season.
I know.
Have they released anything yet?
Xbox.
Huh? We didn't do our sponsors. We got
Yeah.
Hey,
As soon as
Phil.
we come back, we'll name them. You mentioned about, oh, that was before we went on there.
No, we didn't. We
Give me
didn't.
your Phillips attention.
Yeah, he said what?
Oh, come here a minute.
Everybody's losing their hearing in this place.
This
What?
information update brought to you by Roy Lewis
I
Construction.
cannot get file pickers open.
Quality on new construction.
Might I suggest
Do we
the
have
bathroom?
to, do we have to kill the time commands on Bill's repeat show? I got it written down, but I don't think I've done it.
No, they're already done.
Well, then how do they get undone?
They shouldn't get undone.
Well, it does when he's back on live the next Sunday. In other words, they should be turned off for the repeat show.
Those are two different ones. That's a 7 and 8 o'clock hour. Those are completely different. I never mess with them.
But I can't even get file figured open, look.
Update your home by getting it washed by family-owned and operated Ultra Wash. They also wash concrete decks.
No, wait, I want
pool
time
areas, and
commands, not
more.
file
Don't
figures.
just
That's
get your
what
home
the
washed.
problem is.
Get it
It
Ultra
is
Wash.
open.
UltraWashMobile.com.
Okay.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. Whether you want to learn Spanish for future travel plans, French to connect with
See, it
extended
doesn't say
family,
what
or
hour of
maybe
the day,
German
it's
to
just how
land
many
in
minutes.
Babbel works
Yeah, that's the
because it's
7
built
or 8
around
o'clock
real life.
live show.
It teaches you
Which
everyday
is that
practical
7 or 8 o'clock
conversations
live
that
show
you'll
trigger.
Oh, okay.
All you need is 15
The
minutes
other
a day,
show is
and you'll
not
be on your way
checked.
to
Right,
confidently
7 or
speaking
8
a new
o'clock
language
would be
in
a
just a
live
few
show
weeks.
triggered
Babbel
at
is
7
designed by
and at
real
8, like
language
it would be
experts
for
using
the
a modern
outdoor show.
conversation-based
The outdoor
technique.
show,
It
7 would be a
makes
live
fun,
local
engaging,
trigger.
Okay, so
And it would set off.
it's the hours. The only thing they're turned on is for
Then sentences gradually get more
9
complex.
and 10
Soon
o'clock
you're practicing
a.m.
short
Right,
on
conversations
Sunday.
about
Oh, no,
real-life
that's
topics.
different.
And with
That's set
14
for each
languages to choose
segment,
from
you know,
and lesson topics like
each,
travel, business,
you know,
relationships,
15,
and more, you'll be sure
30.
to learn what matters most
Okay,
to
hold
you.
on a minute.
Babbel.
Those shouldn't be off
Language
because
for
we just
life.
did it
Learn a new
live.
language. Go to
Yeah, but it
babbel.com
doesn't
to
go
try for
on.
free. That's babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Don't miss the best SEC football weekly preview.
I'll get back with you. I'll get back with y'all.
Every Friday morning at 8. Football Fridays.
So they're not the same trigger commands. They shouldn't have anything to do with each other.
Face of SEC football fandom, Paul Feinbaum. Will Nick Saban and Alabama bring another title to T-Town?
They just did last night.
The Auburn Tigers into championship contenders. Find out on Football Fridays with Paul Feinbaum on Mobile Mornings. Presented by Bryant Bank. To get on the line,
I'm gonna do the sponsors and
Yeah.
and then we'll talk
Yeah,
about
I'm updating some stuff on the page, so I'll let you take the lead here.
Mediterranean Sandwich Company. You're listening to Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu.
Welcome back. The Downtown Mediterranean Sandwich Company has reopened.
There you go.
He was busy opening one up there in Tuscaloosa because there's some kind of big company up there that
Roll Tide, roll.
yeah, that generates a lot of business
Yeah.
for them. Some corporation or something. I don't know.
But we want to thank
Maybe
our
it's a big
sponsors.
Pakistan.
We want to thank our sponsors, Bob's Downtown Diner, which I had breakfast there this morning. Ran into Leanna and
That
her
explains
friend
why
there.
you got so much energy and
Yeah.
driven.
Yeah, something like that. I had tall glass of orange juice and a sweet tea. You know, sweet tea's the house wine in the South.
What was
Anyway.
in that tall glass of orange juice?
Nothing.
Or the
Nothing.
sweet tea.
It's too early. But I'm getting older, guys. But I also want to thank our Le Bichon Wine and Tapas bar. I saw a special.
You can't teach a
I saw a
seriously old
special
dog new
on
trick.
Create Channel about tapas in Spain. Anyway, and
It's a wonderful tradition, isn't it?
It's a
Would
great
you like to
tradition.
go to Barcelona and hang out and just do a tapas crawl?
just do tapas. And this whole street is nothing but drink. They have their specialty drink and tapas. And then we, of course, want to thank the fine folks over at Hall's. Stu, have you noticed how many people are of our fine friends in the restaurant business are using Hall's products to cook with?
Yes, they
I've been
are.
seeing them frying it up.
You know, someone that has helped champion that is Weston Simpson. Remember we
Okay.
ran into Chef West?
Yeah.
He came through Greer's the other day, and I got to cook lunch for him for a
How about
change.
that?
Yeah, it was good to see.
It
that.
don't feel when a chef cooks for a chef.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah. It's especially someone like Wes who just
Mm-hmm.
fed us the week before, and I have had, and I'm sure you had several wonderful dinners when he was with Poor Babies.
Oh yeah.
Just
And they came
incredible.
on the show.
Right, we had Wes and the whole
Kenny and
crowd.
them, yeah.
And yeah, so I enjoy when I get to cook for another chef, especially
Right.
one that has fed me before.
Right.
So.
And then also, you know, our text line is sponsored by Callahan's Irish Social Club.
Hey,
And,
got the right order that
but
time. Last
Stu-
time it was Callahan's Club's Irish Social, wasn't
Or
it?
something like that.
You've obviously
But-
been practicing.
But Stu,
Yes.
Christmas is coming.
Very quick.
And of course, we're kind of giving people ideas of what
Yeah.
what they can do. I know gift cards is a big thing. Everybody likes to do gift cards.
Get them from local restaurants.
Get them from local restaurants. Support the local restaurants.
Yeah.
Get out there and support our local restaurants. Everybody's got a gift card or
Yeah.
a gift certificate of sorts.
Do you know that the new Bay Burger Company that just opened up, they already got gift cards?
How about that? They
You know
thought
how I
ahead
know?
of time.
Because I got 2 of them. Somebody in my family's getting gift
All
cards.
right. Well, I wanted to say that Le Bichon charcuterie boards.
Absolutely.
Charcuterie boards, great gift to get somebody. And there's a number of wine bars around the area that you can get charcuterie boards from as well. But let me ask you this, Stu.
Yeah.
I think cooking for somebody for Christmas is a big thing.
Yeah.
Not for a crowd, but for a loved one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have a couple of friends.
Yeah.
A couple of couples.
Couple
and
friends,
your
yeah,
couples.
yeah.
About six to 8 people. Have them come over for dinner and have a nice dinner party, kids free and everything. Hey, you know what? A lot of people don't like to cook.
Yeah.
You just call Mike now. We'll
Hey,
come over. We'll come over.
we
We'll
would
do a
make
sip and chew
We'd
experience
make
in
a
your
great
home.
gift, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
It'd be a good gift. Just wrap
Yeah.
us up,
Yeah.
put us under the tree.
You don't know how good these 2 old fellas look with a bow tie that looks like a Christmas bow and a pair of Speedos. I'm telling you, we will come over and cook you a dinner. Uh-oh, I just lost Mike and Charlie because they're starting to announce the playoffs.
I don't think they're not doing it yet, but
Yeah.
but anyway, we would make a great gift, wouldn't we?
Yes, we would.
But let me ask you this:
Yeah.
at Greer's, if I just didn't know what to do, is there somebody there at Greer's could help me put something together?
I would talk to Garrick Ogburn over in the wine department. He also does, we do charcuterie plates as well that are crafted to your taste. When you
Oh,
come
okay.
in, you talk to Garrick, you tell him what you're in the mood for. He'll send you upstairs with your wine, your glasses, get your bottle open for you. He'll come back up there in a few minutes later with a custom crafted charcuterie and cheese board just for you.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. Got it, but it's Garrick. It's Garrick's gig. So you got to be in there with
Garrick's
Garrick. Chef Garrick Ogburn is in there. So he's not just a wine expert and cheese expert putting this together. He's a real life, honest to goodness chef.
Yeah.
So it's Thank you for asking. I think Garrick will appreciate that. very much.
That, but also I've looked at some of the steaks in there. They look like the
and
one
I
that
got a story for you.
They look like the ones they set on the tray on Fred Flintstone's car, and it tipped the car over. Some of them steaks look that big.
Okay, so the butcher shop closes at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
A lot of people, you don't understand. The individual departments in a store are not open full store hours. They can't be because we wouldn't make money off of it.
Yeah.
That's why the hot bar is not open till 10 o'clock at night. If I don't have 15 people an hour coming through, I'm losing money having that food out there.
Yeah.
And the same with having a butcher there in case someone wants a steak at
Right.
9:30 at night, a custom steak. But if you come in and say your team just had a very improbable championship dropped in their lap because they whooped booty, and you come in there close to closing time after the butcher's gone, you can hit up one of our managers, and they would be more than happy to go back there and wrap you up one of those $47 tomahawks to celebrate because it happened last night.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Big old
they were
tomahawk.
so happy they just said, "The heck with it, let's go to Greer's. I know it's 9 o'clock at night. Let's get a tomahawk steak and celebrate." So, you listen to Sip and Chew on the Facebook?
Yeah, I just thought I'd check in with them, see what's
That's
going on.
they do that Facebook Live pretty much every week. And rumor has it in January they're going to expand that to doing it on Facebook and YouTube at the same time.
At the same time, how do they do that?
Yeah. Have you noticed that those guys that do that show that you're looking at there on the Facebook, they also have these new Sip and Chew spotlights they do each week that are video segments from the actual show. They're short things like, say you had questions about wine for Thanksgiving, but you didn't want to have to deal with the whole show.
Yeah.
They cut it up into a little 3-minute segment and put it on their Facebook page.
Really?
Yeah. And that's where Garrick saw your recommendation of Gewürztraminer and took issue. And I said, and that just goes to show what Mike says. Just
Yep.
because I like it doesn't mean you're going to. And just
Absolutely.
because you like it.
Demeanor.
Gewürztraminer.
Gewürztraminer.
White
Getting
wine.
closer.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting there. Yeah, so we're starting to crank up a little of the stuff on the video. I'm talking about it because Mike is gone right now. He has checked out on the show.
My left
Nick
eye,
Saban got picture.
my
got up
right
there.
my right eye's looking at you,
Yeah.
and my left eye's looking at the
Yeah.
TV screen.
But Nick Saban came up there, and Mike's cheeks got a little red, and his heart rate noticeably accelerated, and he
He's our
started
hero.
batting his eyes, and he was fixing his hair and everything.
He's our hero.
Yeah, and he was just like, now there's a man I'd go out on a dinner date with. Because you know he can afford it.
He probably covered the tip too.
Yeah. But I think you have a great idea there with the charcuterie board at Les Bouchons or some of the other great places, Cheese Cottage as well.
Absolutely, Cheese
Yeah,
Cottage. Yeah.
man, and I guess you made both the recommendations because gift cards from local restaurants was where I was going this week.
Yeah.
Because I just did that. Or Meatballs. You got somebody who loves Meatballs? Get them a gift card at Meatballs.
Or Buster's.
Yeah, Wenzel's.
Now,
I mean,
yesterday-
everybody has them.
Yesterday I had Smalls brisket sandwich again.
They
Delicious.
probably don't have gift cards.
I don't know. They may. You
I mean,
can
it's
ask,
a trailer.
but
in
they
a parking
should.
lot. Yeah.
Well, they're. When I got there yesterday before the game, there was like 20 people in line.
And if you don't want the gift card to be one of those, oh, I got me a gift card things, what you do is you talk to them a little. You find out that there's some restaurant they've wanted to try, but it's out of their price range. Say a Dolphins. I'd love to go to Dolphins, but things are tight. It's Christmas. I just don't know if I can, live with myself if I spend that money. There you go. Get them a gift card to Dolphins.
Yeah.
Boy, the view up there is incredible.
Right, and even
Incredible
if it
view.
doesn't cover the entire cost of the meal, it now brings the cost of the meal into something that they can probably handle.
We've got two places now with great views, Charlie. We got Dolphins and we got Greer's Rooftop.
Yeah.
Have you been down yet, Charlie?
No.
On
Greer's rooftop?
On the roof.
Yeah, we got a rooftop dining area in our grocery store.
No kidding.
Yeah,
At which one?
St. Louis Street.
The new one downtown.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. People come down there just to take wedding photos from it, so that they can have the city skyline that's on our wall up here.
All lit up.
Different angle, but the same thing behind you,
Wow.
and it's really good. So
Another reason to
yeah,
head downtown.
yeah. Well, currently we're not charging people to do that. You know me, I want to get every dime out of a wedding I can.
Can I recommend one other place? It's not actually a restaurant, but I kind of like traditional things.
Mm-hmm.
And some great gift ideas at Tanner's Pecans over there off of Dolphin Street, just off the interstate.
Any good? That's local or state owned?
No, I think it's local, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Tanner's and Dawes. I'm thinking of
It's on that
Stuckey's.
road that runs up behind Springdale Mall,
yeah,
or what's left of it.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a phenomenal place.
Yeah.
And you also got A&M Peanut Shop. Go get somebody some real peanut brittle.
And
Or something.
they also have sugar-free pecan candies there, too.
And I know this is a busy time
Stay
of year
close to the bathroom.
for Scott Gonzalez and them at
Okay.
Three Georges.
Yeah, those. That's one of the things with the sugar-free candies is they
Never
are,
had that problem.
Yeah, they can be, so don't go crazy on them. A bit of a lax.
Now I know we were talking, about all the places that do charcuterie boards, but I never see anybody put chocolate on
Chocolate on what?
a charcuterie board.
It's because it's not charcuterie. That's chocolate. That's
But
a
it's
dessert
a
board.
good palate cleanser.
There's your thing. Do the
A chocolate
Hey,
charcuterie
Garrett
board.
taught me this. How come you haven't? I needed to cleanse my palate between two wines he wanted me to taste. I didn't have any crackers or anything. You smell your shirt. I
I
pulled
don't
the
know.
shirt up and smelled it. Instantly. Instantly,
How
it
long
clears
have
your
you
palate.
been wearing the shirt?
It's the sweat that you're smelling. They say if it's not long, smell your armpits. Now, you don't want to do that in
I
public.
can't reach mine.
Right? Well, they're behind your knees.
Don't do that at Dolphins.
But try that
Well, you
sometime.
bland things. You use just bland bread, cauliflower. You can
Yeah.
use some apples that are
Yeah,
not real
but just your
sweet.
normal the salt that's in your scent and everything. Just do a quick sniff of your T-shirt and boom, man! I'm talking, it's instant. It resets your palate.
I don't know. Depends on what day it is.
Well, that's true.
Depends
And
on where I've
how
been.
many days that shirt's been on?
That was
If-
what I was.
I
getting
would
If
think
it's
the
top-
longer it's on, the more it's going to reset your palate,
If
but
it's-
not that
if-
you want to smell.
If it's at the top of the clean pile, at the foot of the bed.
Yeah, let's see. That's dirty, and that's not quite as dirty. That's what I've got.
All right, 343. Excuse me, folks.
I'll
I'm
finish
choking
it
on
out
my-
for you, buddy. You're
All right.
choked up over this. 0106 343 0106, the Callahan's Irish Social Text line. We got one segment left, Michael.
Oh, where does
You
time
still
go?
don't know what's going on with your Crimson Tide.
And you
I
still
don't-
got 10 seconds more to fill.
So, I wish you all
Sniff
good
your
luck
shirt,
in-
folks.
Yeah,
Sniff your shirt.
Or your armpits. That was one of the things.
them-
I got that from the guys at Braided River.
And then turnips smell
Yeah.
real bad when
Yeah,
you're cooking
when,
in your
when,
kitchen.
we went and
Sniff
hung
your
out
shirt.
at Braided River one night after Art Walk. That was what they said, sniff your armpits. And it'll clear the palate.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Towards ACL.
Oh, did you?
So he's out.
Yeah, it happened in the warm-up. He's really underperformed this year. Thought he was going to be like another Waddle or Ruggs and all that, and he's just exactly what he was last year when he was like,
Can we do the Taco Bell thing, or is that too long?
well, you can do it.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't have anything else to talk about.
How much time does that take?
About 2 minutes. That's the one where they do the singing order and the guy.
Yeah.
repeats
Yeah,
it
we
all.
do that.
Because we had mentioned earlier too about it's an epidemic of people that can't fill orders.
Yeah, the Taco Bell, when that dude nails it, that's the best part, when he reads it back to him.
And we haven't played it,
Yeah.
probably in a year.
We hadn't played it since you left.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Don't forget to email me.
I already have it.
Oh, okay.
And Mike too.
Okay.
So y'all want to do that next week? What you got up here, Mike? You're the that guy.
Oh, that just popped up.
Yeah. Well, that's the only reason I noticed, because it just popped up.
I would do it today, but I really need to get out of here early, and I have to post-produce your show to get it up on the podcast. Oh,
Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details.
Tell Santa you want a good night's sleep for Christmas.
Pretty good, Howie.
Good Morning Mattress and selected mattress.
Just
Oh,
start with
that's
that.
praise. He said I'll have to make a line of charcuterie boards. That's the other thing. You could,
2021.
Yeah.
we'll come back with that. We still need to.
Yeah.
We
now
still
there
need
is
to.
We'll get a
the
link
final
from
segment
Trace
of this
and then-
hour. They should be giving the team.
Yeah, right down to the end.
A good night's sleep.
When a special occasion
Well, you
calls
know they're
for
gonna,
extra special
they gotta
gift,
get the
you'll
commercials
find it
in,
at
and
the
they gotta
Carrot Patch.
keep you
You'll find the
watching.
largest collection of
They
men's
did it all
and
the first to
ladies'
show
real
everybody
Rolex
leave.
watches and reveal all
We got a
his
we got a
original
text.
edition. Other
We got
favorites are
a
diamond
message on
inside
Messenger the other day from
tennis
somebody.
bracelets,
Yeah,
bangles,
I've been
and
meaning to go
one-of-a-kind
back to
pieces.
schedule them.
We
It's
can even
the,
turn
oh,
your
the New Year's
air
Eve
piece
thing, and
to
you're
something
probably
more
going to get
modern
that.
that shows
Oh,
Remember they gave
and,
it to Heather and I last year. We
Carrot
went to
Patch
Red and
tours
White
on
and
Hillcrest,
just,
making the
we had
most beautiful
$200
holiday
dinner for
wishes
free.
come true.
So yeah, I'm going to get them on next week.
This is it's gonna be at the firehouse.
Get Firehouse, that's right, that's where it was, it was Firehouse. Yeah, I'll get them on next week, get a little closer to New Year's, start pushing it. But there's your gift
Get on the
suggestion too.
line. Call 343-0106. Now
Right.
back to Mike and Stu.
Oh wait, yeah,
Pretty
we're
good,
good.
how are you?
I'll start with a taco, soft like a cloud. I want mine crunchy, I like the eagle out. I'll choose a chalupa, I'll grab a gordita. And 2 taco salads for our senoritas. And a burrito supreme with extra sour cream.
Of course, half these menu items are gone now.
A chicken border bowl. Are you getting all this? And didn't know that nothing beats a Mexican pizza. We'll take 2 of those, but please hold the diced tomatoes. And I admit I've always felt I'm in love with a Mexi-Man. Make mine with a little extra lime and think of me that's it. No, that's not it. I also want a double-decker taco because I'm feeling wild and make my sauce fire. He'll take mild and we'll take 2 Mountain Dew Baja Blast for a chance at $25 cash. I'm told there's a winner for every 5 minutes, but I'm stealing your all-life code if you win it. Why would you do that? You owe me 25 more. I owe you 5 plus interest. It was a loan. And I think we'll be satisfied if we get some Mexican rice on the side. Yeah, the Mountain Dew Baja Blast, 2 of them.
Okay, so we repeat the order back to you?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, soul taco, a hard taco, a chalupa, a gordita, 2 taco salad for the lady, a burrito supreme with extra sour cream, and cheesy beans and potatoes.
That ain't gonna happen in real life.
It did.
Piece of a whole of tomatoes. Double-decker taco, 2 large Baja Blast, and a side of rice. Is that correct, sir?
You're pretty amazing.
I'm gonna turn the mics on.
Taking orders at Taco Bell like a boss. That's what that. Like
I bet you can't get servers like that now at $15 an hour.
Even at $15 an hour.
Yeah,
That's a funny bit.
That is so funny. Oh Lord! We want to thank our sponsors.
Hall Sausage is a good sponsor.
Hall Sausages
And Wholesale Meats, folks. If you want to do a prime rib for your family for Christmas, give Hall's a call and see if they can hook you up with
a box of bacon. A
box of bacon. Box of Red Hots.
There you go. And also, we want to thank Callahan's, of course, for sponsoring our text in line, and
They help
Bob's
us get
Downtown
texture.
Diner, and Le Bichon Wine and Tapas Bar.
Hey.
All these help make us.
All of this
get us on there. All of it does right now, and we need more sponsors. Really do. We need more sponsors.
we're looking to grow this.
We're growing.
We're growing.
We're growing.
When we start doing the YouTube stuff, we're gonna have some YouTube only.
We're not stopping
stuff.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna stop at the grocery store.
We're gonna
too.
stop here long enough to see who's gonna be in the playoffs.
So my own. Hey,
so
Cookie's on the phone. Let's bring
hey,
Cookie. And Cookie, I want you to direct everything you're gonna ask directly to Mike, so he can't watch his TV show.
No, go ahead.
I want you to disturb. He's doing a radio show. Whatever they say on this TV show, it's not going to change ever. It's written in law, stone, so he doesn't have to see it right now.
It's on tape. Go ahead, Cookie. How are you doing this morning?
I don't know. I'm a little scared now, you know.
Don't be scared.
If you scared, say you scared.
I have. This actually is a serious question.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I went to a fabulous party one time where this was in the heat of the summertime, so there were lots and lots of grape and cherry tomatoes, and they had been injected with vodka.
Ooh.
And they were absolutely delicious, and it was a wonderful summertime treat, and it kind of set me thinking this morning. I mean, it's that summer season here, certainly for me, coming from my family's trees, and among the things that I've done with them, I've been doing lots of different things with them, but among the things that I have a question for you directly about is, and it also reminds me of River John, you know, turkey injections.
Yeah.
But using something like any spirit of your choice
Rum.
to inject it into satsumas.
Rum. And let me tell you why. Over Louisiana, there's a rum called Bayou Rum, and now it's been bought up by a huge company, worldwide company. Satsuma Rum. It's made out of Satsuma, rum. But there's a company over there that makes Satsuma Rum. It's called Bayou Satsuma Rum. And I would inject rum into a Satsuma.
Cookie, let me share a quick story with you. My father brought my mother back from Washington State in the 1950s back to Mobile. And there was this new thing going on in Mobile, and he decided to take my mother to it called the Senior Bowl. First one in Mobile at Ladd Stadium. They didn't allow drinking back then. This is in the days when the men wore a suit and the ladies wore a dress to football games. They
Gloves. Oh. Okay.
Well, they were up in the stands, and my dad's thinking it's a football game. I should be able to drink a beer, but they don't allow beer sales here. And there was a doctor sitting next to him, said, "You want an orange?" And my dad goes, "I guess." And he goes, "I loaded one of my syringes with vodka and injected all the oranges with vodka, so we're just eating screwdrivers up here."
There you go.
Well, that's my answer then.
There's your answer.
Yeah. So you could do a Satsuma screwdriver with it, or like Mike said, get the Satsuma flavored rum from Bayou Rum over in Louisiana.
Man, that sounds great.
Yeah.
And then have everybody gather at Baldwin Park in Satsuma while you drink or eat your Satsuma rum infused Satsuma.
Cops come up and say, "What are you doing?"
Eating
We're just
Satsumas
eating
in
Satsumas.
Okay, now here's another question here.
Okay, real quick.
Another idea. Could you segment the Satsumas? Of course, you want to save the rinds and use them for other purposes. But could you segment the Satsumas after injection and freeze them on a cookie tray? A cookie tray. You got that?
You could. I don't know if it'll work, but you could. I mean, try it and see what happens.
We'll find out. We'll find out and get back with you.
The worst thing is they're going to break down and it's all going to leak out when it thaws. So eat it frozen.
There you go.
Well, then I guess you just
Slice
have
it.
to eat it like a frozen cookie, right?
Slice. There you go.
Sound good to
That's
me?
how the cookie crumbles, huh?
All right, Cookie.
All right,
you gotta
Cookie.
Go.
Thank
you
you,
for calling in, dear.
folks. We're about to.
Take care. Love you. Bye.
Thank
right.
you. Love you too. We're about
Mike,
to.
say goodbye.
We're about to leave here, folks, with no answer on who's going to be in the bowl. So
Who's in
it's
the
just-
top four?
Yeah,
We've been
we
waiting
know
for
who it is
breakfast.
anyway. We know
You
who
know
it is.
who
But
forced
get
the
out there,
order
support
was.
local, be local, buy local.
You can talk.
Think
slower.
about
You gotta
Christmas
push
Be
that.
shows.
patient. Man, I can tell you right now.
Oh my God, be patient and tip.
Yeah,
Good God.
if you can spend 45 minutes in line to wait to place your order at a fast food place, you can wait for them to cook it.
That's right.
Or, because you know what you could have done with that 45 minutes? Could have went to the grocery store, bought groceries, gone home, cooked them, eaten them, washed the dishes, and put them away in the time it takes you to order something in the grocery.
Well, that's fast.
But
All right,
that
folks,
would be
we
a
got to
good
go. Thank you. Support local, be local, like I said.
You
And
keep
Stu,
forgetting something.
sipping.
The provolone.
The provolone. And provolone. Yeah, get provolone on your charcuterie board. Bye.
I guess. Well, you want to sing the ballad of Pat Jackson?
No.
Are they still not posting it?
Charlie, you got your timer right?
Evidently not.
I'm seeing 12:58 on my phone.
Yeah, no, your phone is right.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't we bring in the orchestra or the singer?
Well, that's cool.
I just saw it wrong. That green clock doesn't work.
Oh, that's what.